Okay, hopefully people realize my stream just stopped. I didn't mean to. Yeah, I need to start setting up and just streaming from my PC or my Mac. I mean, it's going to be a little out of, I don't know. Okay, so let me just sort of. So let me just talk about what I did when I started learning Street Fighter. When I started learning Street Fighter 5, the first thing I would do if I was like, oh, what character do I want to learn to play, is I would just boot up and be like, okay, what are their trial modes? What are their, you know, what do their moves look like? What do their buttons do? And I think that's probably where you want to start. And I think the trial mode stuff does a pretty decent job, right? So, actually, let's pick a character I don't play. Sorry about the stream just sort of stopping. I didn't really mean to. I just sort of got distracted. Or rather, I didn't realize that the PlayStation was like, oh, we're broadcasting this game. I need to, like I said, I need to start broadcasting using OBS and stuff like that. So what we're going to talk about is just kind of like, if you're starting fighting games, what do we figure out first? What do we want to learn first? Right? And honestly, let's just pick a character. Chat, who's cool? Or you don't, who's not cool, I guess. Let's see. I'd prefer to pick a character that I don't know much about, but this is always my issue in SF5, was there were a bunch of times where like Abigail got Cody. Okay, we'll look at Cody. Oh, I forgot this. Anybody else remember when they were like, oh, you know what? We'll let you put ads on your costumes. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. So, actually, way back in the day, I had a Cody video on my channel. Okay, so in SF5, right? So the very first thing I do, only 16,631. Wow. There was a time I was at like 20,000 LP. It's crazy. This game feels so choppy. So I feel like starting on left side. Okay, so honestly, I think the very first thing you do is you just sort of figure out, what do my buttons do? You know, you're like, okay, what do these all do? Okay, so Cody's got this like light chain or whatever. He just mashes jab. But the very first thing is, even before I think about like if I was going to start learning fighting games, I'm not going to worry about frame data. I'm not going to worry about anything like that. I'm just going to worry about, okay, when I push this button on my controller, what happens? You know, like I'm not going to think about anything other than that. I'm just going to go, okay, when I push a button on my controller, what happens? Like, get used to walking around, get used to dashing and jumping and holding down back to block, you know? When I started, I played against the CPU in like arcade a ton just to get used to stuff. What is it? Is it this? I don't even remember what the heck his combo routes are. But the idea is, you're like, okay, so then maybe you go into the move list. So I would say, okay, let's see. Okay. Special moves. Zonk, knuckle, hold, then release. Okay, so I've told it for a while. Right? And I know that they actually did this thing too, where he has an EX zonk. And if he holds it for long enough, I think it's like some ridiculous amount of time, it buffs it. But I don't think that's even in the move list anywhere, because they like added that in a patch. So that's sometimes where, yeah, you see that, like, oh, it says, oh, okay, so he just has tornado sweep. He's got his fireball. So I'd practice doing this. And I do think there is like real wisdom in people saying, hey, just learn how to do quarter circles. You know, make sure you can do them 10 times in a row. Now, he's got this really good fireball, you know. You know how good this would be with SF6, by the way? Just look at this. Oh, drive rush behind it. Oh my gosh. Already he can. He actually has that kind of. He basically has fireball drive rush already with this. His OD fireball. Now I'm just talking about Cody, but. So my very first thing, honestly, if I'm trying to learn it, is like, just what do your buttons do? You know, and a really good spot to do that is in trial mode. So we'll take a look at Cody. Go to main menu. We'll take a look at what Cody does. It's like, okay, what do my buttons do? What do they do? I have no idea. Right? I didn't mean to hit training. Ugh. And this game's loading screens are terrible. That is one of the biggest improvements with Street Fighter 6. Is just how fast you can get into everything. Trials, he was season 4. Nope, he was season 3. That's right. No one played him till after that. So like, very first thing is just like, okay, jumping hard kick. I don't know what that means. You know, I think going commands is good. I wish that they would do what, like, I know Granblue does this, where you can have it set to be like, oh, what button on the controller am I pushing? And I think that's useful to a point. But I do think the tutorials at least tell you, like, hey, this is what hard kick does, and this is, you know. So for me, on PlayStation, I pretty much play with default settings. So I have hard kick on R2, hard punch on R1, light kick is X, light punch is square, medium kick is circle, medium punch is triangle. And I haven't changed that. But Street Fighter 5 has a lot of combos like this, or some of the trials are just really crappy. So already you're like, why does that not combo? Holy cow. Right? All they're trying to show you there is like, okay, that's your light confirm. Like, well, that's what they're trying to show you. Is just, like, as somebody that plays fighting games, you're like, oh, I know what they're trying to teach me here. Okay, jump hard punch. And hear what they're trying to show you, right? But it's like, how would you know this if you're not... Right, they're like, okay, you're going to do jump hard punch, then stand medium kick, then crouch medium punch, and hold and release. I think that maybe the, like, default thing that a person trying to do this for the first time would try is they would try to hold the medium punch and then release it, but you have to hold it longer than that. So what they want you to do is they want you to practice doing jump heavy punch and holding down heavy punch when you do it, right? Like, that's what they're looking for. Right? They're trying to teach you that. And here, they're trying to show you that, oh, when this hits counter hit, they're trying to show you that, oh, this is just something you should, like, throw out, and if it hits counter hit, you get a confirm off of it. You know? So, like, I can look at this and go, oh, this is what this combo is trying to teach me. But for me, for those of y'all that are just getting here now, sort of what I'm talking about is trying to come up with some sort of, like, hey, if you're starting to learn, what would we tell you to, what would we, like, try to get you to learn first? You know? And then towards hard kick into V skill. That's another thing that they don't really tell you, is like, what do all these things do when they're bound together? Whoops. Crouching strong, stand fierce. And then into that, right? So, like, for me... Okay, that's kind of a weird... Why would we throw him out of the corner? That's a kind of a weird decision, right? I don't know. Whatever. So for me, all I'm saying is I would be like, okay. And this is what my notes said. This was my initial thought, right? Was you start out, learn what your buttons are and what they look like, right? So if I say, hey, you know, what does crouch heavy punch look like? I'm like, okay, this is Cody's crouch heavy punch. Right? What's his stand medium punch look like? Okay, it looks like that. What's his crouch medium kick look like? Oh, it looks like that. right? So just get used to like pushing them, you know? Just get used to be like, oh, these are what my buttons are. My note on that is, okay, you should especially be aware of what your anti-air buttons are. That's a little bit more advanced, to be honest. Like, if I'm just starting out, I'd be like, okay. Like, if I'm talking to somebody that hasn't played fighting games before, I'd be like, okay. Let's just go, okay. What can you really, I don't know, like, what am I trying to say? Like, I would just say focus on this, learn how to do your special moves, and just try to screw around. And, like, for a couple weeks, you know, just play against your friends, play against people that stink, play against the computer, until you can be like, oh, okay, I know, like, generally, I think this character looks cool. You know, I think this character looks cool. What can I do? I can do their moves when I want to. I can throw the fireball. I can do the DPs. I can do the quarter circles, whatever. And that's sort of where you're at, right? Now, if you're somebody that's like, okay, I know how to play fighting games. What should I look at? You go, okay. I want to learn. I want to figure out what my anti-air buttons are. And usually there you can just sort of, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. How many people, like, you try to get into Street Fighter or something, you know, I never did read the Geef's Gym stuff. So this was my experience when I first started. Okay, let's take a trip down memory lane for a second. So I don't even know what made me want to get this game. I really don't remember why I bought this thing. I seriously, I don't remember if it was a video I watched or whatever, but I just remember going like, oh, maybe I'll try buying Street Fighter. I don't remember advertisements for it or anything, but the first character that I thought about playing, the two characters that I looked at were Balrog and, where is he? Guile, right? Because what I had heard was that, oh, charge characters are easier to play, right? That's what I had heard, is charge characters are easier to play. And I didn't know anything about frame data. I knew nothing, right? So I'm like, I was just playing survival mode, which everybody is like, right? And I would just go up to the CPU and I would do this. Right? I would just do this, like, this really crappy TC, and I do this. And I just spammed this. And you can see that's -8 on block. Like, this is not good. But I just started learning all of the kind of lingo as I went. And I was like, oh, what's a meaty? And I watched a video on it, and I'm like, oh, that means I'm hitting them as they get up off the ground. Right? And I just learned that. And I couldn't really do one. I didn't know how to do any Oki setups or anything like that. Like, I didn't, you know, and I sort of bounced off the game a little bit. Right? I wasn't doing, like, really good stuff with Balrog, like spacing dash punches or, you know, just, like, approaching with EX dash punch, because this is plus on block, by the way. I don't know how many of you play this game. But this is a full screen +1 on block move. And at close range, it's like 9 frame startup or something, 8 frame startup. So you think DJ Drive Rush jab is fast? How about that? Now, granted, he can only do that like 3 times per round, depending on how much meter he's building. But I sort of bounced off the game because I didn't really understand. You know, it's like, oh, push this, it's +3. You know? I wasn't like, oh, space out with this. I sort of did. Like, I started, you know, I would get to the CPU to survival mode, and I would get to, like, the stage where I had to fight Zangief, and I'd be like, I don't know how to do this. So I would look up, you know, how do you fight Zangief with Balrog? And people were like, well, what you want to do is you want to keep him away, so you use stand heavy punch. Now, I didn't understand that that's like a conditioning thing, you know, like that's like a, you're playing against the person sort of a thing, so I'm just playing against the CPU. But people are like, oh, push this, so I go, okay, I'll push this. And all of a sudden I started beating the CPU. But I wasn't like super into this game until until I saw the trailer for my favorite character.
The grid alternative.
Abigail. And this guy made me want to play the game. 1 second, I've got a dog crawling up on me. Hello, Hilda. Hello. Yeah, hi.
Hey,
Right. And this guy made me want to play the game. Because he's just so big and so goofy. You know? I think he has, like, a ton of character. Now he's Ugsin, which is why I keep the welding. So this is a frame trap. I'm getting distracted. Sorry to people that are seeing the title of the stream and they're like, you haven't told me how to start learning fighting games at all. Right? But for me, it's like, okay, I want to learn what the buttons do. I want to learn what their anti-airs are. For Abigail, it's usually this. When he came out, it was stand jab. It was really good. But he's really got 3 of them. It's 1, 2, and then parry's kind of 3, but only kind of. But you just go, okay, what buttons should I push? What buttons shouldn't I push? And then you just start simple strategies. And that's what I loved about Abigail, too, is he had, like, a ton of really simple stuff. Like, it's super easy to learn him, because you're like, okay, when they're far away, if they're trying to walk towards me, I just push this, or this. And then when they jump, I push this. And it's pretty easy to figure that out. Like, his buttons all make sense, to me, at least. And that's one reason I think he was, like, a really easy character to play. And I think Marisa's kind of the same way. It's like, oh, when they're far away, I just push this one, you know? And in this game, too, it's like, oh, you can go, okay, what buttons are plus on block? And those are the ones you want to push when you're close. Okay, that's -8, don't push that. This one's +5, maybe I'll push that. But with Abigail, I mean, you can just start, like, running at him. And then you grab him, you throw him up in the air like a baby. And then you dash afterwards and you're plus. And you get, you get mix-up. You know? Some kind of the strongest stuff. Well, not even strong, but, like, the kind of the mid-level. Like, it's hard to explain how I would say this. You can't really draw relations to it, but I think this would be like a... Like, this would kill below about, like, 1450 in Master and SF6. Just, like, doing this run cancel. Because this is a frame trap, so... If I have Ken jab, which I'm pretty sure is this one... Light kick, whatever. That's 5 frame. That's a 4 frame trap. So, if they only have a 4 frame normal or slower, they cannot mash on this. Right? It's sort of like towards heavy kick command grab for Marisa, except it's free. Right? Now, unlike that, like, he doesn't get like this huge thing if they jump. Tatsu. So this is kind of a funny thing, is Ken's Tatsu, light kick Tatsu in this game is 3 frames. There's his heavy DP. There's his V reversal. That's the other thing they could do. They're like, well, his is fast. You do that, right? And they have to punish it. I'm so not used to seeing the screen, like the screen doesn't say punish counter, and it bothers me, you know? Okay, this is what I was talking about. So, record go. Let's have him neutral jump here. So, you could have them like, they could like neutral jump this, right? But then you'd cancel into this punch from the run, and that would catch the neutral jump. And you could like cancel that and confirm it into super. And it was really good. So like, against a lot of people, against people at a super low level, you would just do this, and you just grab them. And then once you got to people that were like a little bit higher level, you would just do this. Now, thing about this punch is, you might have seen this earlier, this is -9 on block. So this is not a good mix-up. Like, this is not good. This is sort of like, I can't even think of like a Street Fighter 6 equivalent, because I don't... But this is sort of like... I mean, it's sort of like Marisa, like, medium punch target combo, right? Where you're like, oh, I just charge Gladius, and then I win, because they can't push buttons or whatever. But there's like a really obvious counterplay to it. And then there's sort of like some non-obvious counterplay. So if we instead have him... Let's turn this to 1 second. If instead of neutral jumping, Ken decides to forward jump, because this is kind of a weird thing in Street Fighter V, is forward jump actually was on the ground for 1 less frame. It only had like 3 pre-jump frames instead of 4, and the hurt box just got out of the way faster. You just do this. At least I think that's accurate. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I remember this is faster. Maybe they just move faster in the air or something. But you can't you can avoid every option, because he also had an overhead off of this. But if they hold up forward, they avoid like every pre-canned option. But what you'll see here is if they forward jump out of this, we're even. Right? So it was like this really weird thing where they were even. Right? But Abigail also had things that he could do, because he could like cancel this into back roll and then anti-air. You do like something like this. But then if they don't push a button, like, and this would anti-air if they pushed a button, but if they didn't push a button, then you like had to hit jab. But I think you could always super, which by the way, that has maybe been my biggest pain point, is I can count, I think, on one finger the amount of times that Abigail's, like, I had my wake up super successfully jumped in Street Fighter 5. And with Marisa and SF6, like, I get supers jumped all the time, because my brain is still stuck on this gigantic minus 95 on block, by the way, for no reason. That's not like a common thing for supers in this game. That's just his super is minus 95, and I'm not entirely sure why they did that. But anyway, so start out, you're like, okay, what do my buttons do? I never want to be surprised. I just want to go, how do I do the one that looks like this? And then you figure out, oh, that's when I push triangle. Right? I don't need to call it medium punch for now. I'm just thinking about triangle. You know? The next thing that I would say is, let's see, what did I say? Learn like 3 combos. Just like 3 things you can do. Right? So for me, those 3 combos with Abigail that I learned, well, I can't even show you the ones that I learned first. But was this, was stand medium punch, and then I would mash it, right? I don't mash it anymore, now I time it, right? Now I just double tap it, and I can do the combo. It's fine, it's a very easy link. Although it's actually an easier link now than it used to be. Because this is plus 8 on block, it used to be plus 7, but that doesn't really matter. But back when I started, I just did that, right? I just mashed it. It's like, okay, let me now just mash stand, now I just mash back heavy punch. And you drop it a lot that way. You know, so you end up giving it up to luck a lot. You see I'm dropping it way more. If I just time the link, like, I know the link because I played this character for 6 years. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, my goodness, I should hope I know the combos, but... Right? You just learn, like, 2 combo strings. Maybe 3. Right? With Marisa, for me, it's generally like, okay, what's my combo off a light? Maybe it's even 2. What's my combo off a light? And then what the heck do I do if I land a jump in? Right? What the heck do I do if I land a jump in? And that's sort of where I'm at with it, you know? And then my third thing that I said was, let's see, we would learn some sort of block string / mix-up. So, just, okay, so I do this, I jump in, they block it. What do I do now? Right? What do I do now if they, like, jump in and block it? So, for Abigail, that's like this. Like, you just figure that out, and you just figure out what you're doing, and people will have a hard time dealing with it. In fact, to this day, I'll bet you people have a hard time. Let's see, fight request on apply settings. Let's play some SF5 rank. Let's just kind of show what I'm talking about. But see if I can even find a match. That would actually be kind of hilarious. But just learn some sort of mix-up. Ooh! Another fight is coming your way. Another Brazilian Ken is coming your way. This would be a treat. I do not know how to play this game. I do not anticipate this going well for me. I promise you at some point I will try to drive rush. I will like hit left trigger and try to drive rush. I promise you that will happen. I'm assuming this guy's like Super Ultra Mega Grandmaster. No, only Super Diamond. Okay. If you're still playing this game though, after 2 years of SF6 coming out, you either just are broke and do not have Street Fighter 6, or you really love this game. Let's see if you got anti-airs. Woo! Wow, this is some... I think that was... I just tried to anti-air parry, by the way. Whew, this is going really well. Oh my gosh, spacing trap. That's the Abigail special. This is plus. He didn't recover. How about that? Also, are you getting a load of this connection? I promise that isn't my stream, okay? That is not my stream. Okay, that's the main issue with Abigail in this game. Oh yeah, I love this guy. But the main issue with Abigail in this game is exactly what this guy is exploiting, which is he cannot anti-air at all in this version of the game. Especially not online on PlayStation.
Final round. Fight.
And that is punishable if he empty jumps. Ooh, the cross under. Yeah. I remember Storm Kubo used to love to anti-air with that. Like what I just did with Heavy Abigail Punch. It does not have anti-air invincibility at all. No! Why did I command grab? Oh my gosh, I literally killed him. I won! Okay, that's getting uploaded as a YouTube short, by the way. I'm stealing your points, noob! I'm back! So, I missed this character. 135 points! Give me the rematch! Coward! It says that's a 3-bar connection.
Round 1.
Street Fighter V 3-bar connection. I've had 1-bar connections that feel worse than that. That feel better than this in SF6. Command grab! Oh, he did DP. That's not invincible, by the way. He just did it. Yeah, that is, I just did Gladius, by the way. That's what that was. That would be why I'm doing, like, Abigail Punch. Oh my god, you played SF5 Vega? I hated that character. Actually, well, I hated that matchup. Matchup frickin' sucks, dude. This guy's gonna jump at me? Nope. Oh! This is some chunky internet right here. I can't be the only one that's thinking that, right? Okay, he jumped. This is plus, by the way. Oh no! Ugh. Can't use his V skill for anti-airs. So, okay, you can, but the issue with that is it's crush counter punishable. So, well, the other issue is I keep trying to Gladius. Okay, I keep trying. I'm like, I don't know what to do in neutral. Must Gladius. I mean, that was okay. For those of you that don't like, that was a sick thing that he just did. He reacted to the startup of stand heavy kick, Okay. That was... So what that was right there was I just did anti-air parry with, Oh! This guy's a nut job, kind of. No, why did I push when I -2? Ugh. So, he used the freeze frames from the, So yeah, you absolutely can anti-air with his V-skill. Ugh, I don't know what to press. Oh my gosh, I'm stunned. I don't think he can kill me here. I don't think this will kill me. Abigail's a big boy. Oh, it did. Never mind. Okay. I've been watching too much Season 3, I guess. That was good, though. I think if he would have done a longer combo, I don't know. But, oh my gosh. No, that guy's decent. This guy's a decent player. But, no. So, anti-air V-skill, the problem with it is I'm going to crush counter state there. Now, this game's not, like, super high damage, I guess, in that regard, but, like, it's just still really kind of difficult. I used to really like this character. I used to have this setup. Well, I mean, the setup still works, sort of, where you activate V-Trigger 2 off of this, and you mash crouch heavy punch, and then that is a meaty unblockable. And then you can, like, either go into a huge combo, right? Or you can loop the situation. So you'd go like... Oh my goodness. I don't have the timing anymore. Another ranked match. Sorry. I was trying to teach stuff, and now I'm just yapping, playing Street Fighter V a little bit. Although, honestly, I might have to kill the stream pretty soon, because I think my dogs are going to be pretty upset. Oh, this matchup is interesting. It's really not that interesting. It's just sort of like Marisa Akuma. Well, this is how I played this game, okay? Like, I would sit and I would queue ranked in this game for 6 hours straight. Like, straight up. Like, okay? I do not play Street Fighter 6 like that. Ultra Platinum. What a scrub. Gonna destroy him. Now there is... Now they can V-shift. And CA. But so they could super out of it.
Round 1.
Okay.
Fight.
Means he's not gonna... He literally didn't punish that. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that was... Again, I tried to perfect parry. Ooh! Once again, in this game, Akuma's backwalk speed is, like, absurd. That's no different. Oh my gosh, that was Gladius. Oh, and then he literally whiffs a DP. And I don't punish it. That's right. They did that a lot in this game. Okay, here's the setup. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you don't understand. If you don't play this game, you don't get what just happened. But, so, he no-rows that, which is what you're supposed to do. I'm +4 there. I'm +4 if he no-recovers, I'm +4. That's right, that's +3. Okay, this guy's cheating. That OTGs. This guy's DPing everything. Oh my... Okay, I just tried to parry that fireball. That's what that was. We'll do it again. Okay, this guy's pretty good. Or at the very least, you don't play this game in 2024, almost 2025, and not know how to do some counterplay stuff. So that's a good mix-up. He guessed right twice. Just straight up. So what I was saying before is I did the... I'll show it in training mode in a little bit. Let's help this guy get to Diamond, huh? Let's help this guy get to Diamond before Street Fighter 9 comes out. He'll still be playing this game. You guys wouldn't even believe it. I was sick in SF5. This guy was probably like... I really shouldn't talk trash. I really shouldn't talk trash.
Round 1. Fight.
I run away from him to jump. One and dunning people. Oh my gosh! I keep hitting parry. That's a frame trap, huh? I'm holding up forward. Okay, he knew. He knew. So I'll show what I'm talking about. I'll show the setup in training mode.
Round 2. Fight.
Random sweep. Oh, he blocked it. But he didn't punish it. Wait, what am I doing? Just play the game, dude. I've just now realized that I should be like playing the game better. Demon flip throw. I hate that anti-air. Wake up BX Abigail punches. I'm a genius. Crush counter. Oh my gosh. This dude's a freaking rabbit. Pull up forward, jump. I tried to perfect parry again. EX Abigail punches again. Nope, Demon throw beat me. Demon flip throw beat me. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to play this game anymore.
You lose.
But also, I mean, I can't be the only one that thinks this connection is just awful, right? So I'm going to explain this situation. And then, like I said, I think my dog's going to like pee on the floor if I don't take care of her pretty soon. So here's the deal. On this activate, if it hits, if they block, we can loop it, sort of. So we just do crouch heavy punch, EX punches, and then we charge it again, and we get another medium blockable, and then we do it again, and then we get another medium blockable, and then we do it again, and we get another medium blockable. And it works on normal recovery and back recovery. Oh my goodness. That is like way more stun than I remember it having. Right. And he literally cannot do anything here. And then you just go like this, and then they're in, guess for game, basically, situation. That stuns him, and then the combo afterwards kills him. Well, I forgot I have it on auto accept. Okay. We'll play this one. But some characters like Ken and Akuma and Kage could EXDP, and Rashid could EXDP. Oh, hey, this is the character that I hate. Let's play V-Skill 2. Am I getting stream sniped? No, okay. Imagine you're like, I hop on Street Fighter 5 sometimes to play Vega, and then I just run into you. But this matchup is awful. V-Skill 1? What a weirdo. I think that's just like... Okay, so what he should do is just hold up forward. Throw. Command grab. Oh, he jumped away. Woo! Okay. This is all plus. I tried to jump out because I thought he was going to command grab me. He, in fact, did not command grab me. Okay. Mash. That wouldn't have worked even if he did mash.
Round 2.
That was really stupid.
Fight.
I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh! I just did wake up perfect parry again. Well, the biggest difference that I'm experiencing right now is one, I'm stunned, by the way. A stun meter, I think, is probably the biggest thing. No, that's the second biggest thing. Ooh, I'm getting destroyed. Okay, so we're gonna one and done. We're gonna one and done, and we're gonna stop accepting ranked matches.
You lose.
So watch this. I'm gonna do the douche move. Okay, I'm gonna do the really big douche move. I don't know. 6 guard me that also X2 X power will use 5 use special move. Yeah. So to me the absolute biggest difference is just the frame data. Like how completely different every single move is. Okay. Off, apply settings. So for example, Abigail, that's +5 on block. That's +3 on block. That's +3 on block. That's even. That's +3. That's +1. Yeah, I know. I'm just being a little trolly because I'm streaming. Right? So the number one thing is just how easy plus frames are to come by. You can activate into V-Trigger. That was +14. That's +16. Right? So to me, that's the number one difference. Stun bar is a big deal. So when you get hit, you take stun and damage. When you block, it pauses the amount of time before the stun goes down again. Right? But that to me is the biggest difference, is just how many plus frames you have on literally everything. Okay, so what I was saying before, just real quick, I want to finish this, and then I'm gonna power down the stream, and I think I'll probably stream again on Monday. Okay, I'm +4 here. Okay, so against that Ryu, no, was that the Akuma? That was the Akuma. I went for command grab. Okay. Which, if I tell him to wake up with a button, which will probably be this. Okay. If he wakes up with a button, even a 3-frame button, and I go for command grab, it wins, right? What that crazy bugger did, okay? I missed it. I don't... Okay, let's see. Wake up, slow down on, because I'm a baby. Okay. Okay, that won't work because it didn't say reversal. But... There we go. Is this guy woke up with light DP. Okay. And the thing about light DPs in this game is they're throw invulnerable. Okay? That has no other type of invincibility. If I go for the meaty here... I did that late. But if I go for the meaty here, his DP will lose. If I time it right. It's been a long time. Okay, if I go for a faster meaty there, because I suck. But if I go for meaty there, that DP loses. It's not invincible. He read my command grab with Wake Up Light DP. That was a psychopath read. Just so everybody knows. Okay, so like I said, sorry to everybody starting to tune in. I gotta go take care of my dogs. I'll probably stream again on Monday. Stream with not passing hard. I got yeah, that was a soul read. I don't know why he did that. And then the next time he just held down back. So like, you know, he's like, oh, he did it to read the command grab. He could have neutral jumped and punished it way harder. He could have backdashed and punished it way harder. He decided to do the most psychopath, hard read thing he possibly could, and it worked. And I mean, it's just bizarre. So like I said, probably Monday. My guess is like, I'm probably going to do like, shoot for like, it might not happen. You know, strange stuff can happen, but I'm shooting for like 10 o'clock or so my time, which is Central. So, you know, Central US, so 10 o'clock. Just to give you an idea of that, it is 2:15 for me right now, so you can sort of figure out what time that'll be for you. 10 o'clock on Monday. Take care, folks.